be over there.
Well, over here?
Yeah.
You want to trade me places?
Sure.
Okay.
We're live, by the way.
I know we're live. Hey, folks. Welcome to... This is why I'm over there, because then I elbow you.
That's fine. Don't elbow lower.
Welcome to Monday night. The things that we managed to make happen in this kitchen. Ow, that was my shoulder that you hit.
I didn't hit anything.
So yeah, you guys always join as we're having off the wall conversations.
Yeah.
Just because that's how life works in this house.
Yeah,
for sure.
It is.
So we've traded places.
Right.
This feels weird to me.
That's great. I love it.
I don't know why. So welcome to Monday night. Welcome to Rooted in Foods and to the Davises. That would be us.
Yep.
We're eating dinner, but this will be the last show for a couple of weeks because
last show in June.
Well, last show in June for sure.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll kind of figure out. We're going to take a little bit of a hiatus because of some travel, and then there's a holiday in there, and then there's a birthday in there. So we'll be back with season 43,000 in July sometime. But because it's a little bit frantic trying to get a kid ready for study abroad today and tomorrow, we're taking it easy tonight. And I picked up this community cookbook over the weekend from our hometown, my hometown.
Scroll it in there so they can see
it. There you go.
Recipes from Friends of the Pink Geranium.
So for those of you who live close to us and have been to our hospital here in Carbondale, you'll be familiar with the Pink Geranium. It's the...
Depending on how long you've been here.
Well, yeah, very true. The gift shop that's inside of our hospital. But that is not only what it is, or certainly how it started. This cookbook is from 1976. And it has a lot of recipes that I am very familiar with. I suspect you probably are too, if I cooked enough of them for you.
Probably.
Because it's if I had to pin food to Carbondale, this would certainly be it. So lots of familiar recipes, lots of familiar names in here. Some recipes that I most definitely grew up eating. But we are fixing 2 for you tonight. You get dessert. 2. Yeah, 2. Both of them pretty simple. And one is pizza burgers is the title of the recipe, although it's not exactly what it is.
It's close.
It's pretty close. We're going to do it on a great big loaf of Italian bread. So super simple. And if you've got kids at home and you're at home in the summer, this is an easy lunchtime recipe also, but definitely super simple for dinner. And then we are making Hello Dolly cookies or cookie bars for dessert. And because of the amount of time it takes to bake these and then set them up, or for them to set up, I guess.
We're going to magic of TV.
We magic of TV'd it yesterday and made some ahead of time. So we'll make them so you know how to make them, and then we'll show you
what they look like.
What they look like when they're all done. So, but before we get started, what are we drinking?
What are we drinking?
Yeah.
I don't know, what is it called? I don't remember.
We'll make up a name.
It is a Planters Punch cocktail. So it is a rum punch cocktail. So we're going to have a whole bunch of fruit juices because fruit juices go really well with pizza.
No,
they don't.
But
this is summer, and I wanted something fruity, and
it's just a hodgepodge of the night. It's all good.
Yeah, well, it's good anyway. I mean, I wanted something fruity and nice.
It goes well with rum. You know that.
It does. So we've got 2 ounces of OJ, and we're just going to pour these directly into the glass because with OJ and pineapple juice, you really don't want to shake these too awful much. They're real foamy. So 2 ounces of our favorite mixer, pineapple juice. That's why I wanted the bigger glass.
No, I see that.
Yeah,
that's a perfect glass.
Yeah. 2 ounces, and we want a darker rum. We're going to use bamboo.
And they're even vintage.
Yeah. From like the 70s at least, if not further back.
Probably 60s.
Yeah, probably 60s.
That particular set, they've been around since the 30s or 40s. I'd have to go back and look. I actually don't remember.
So we've got 2, 2, and 2 so far. We're going to use a ½ ounce. Oh, I want that. I want this.
We haven't had any yet, we promise.
Of lemon juice.
Freshly squeezed.
Freshly squeezed.
This is a very citrusy drink.
It is, but the rum kind of combats that a little bit.
It's well, we have a little bit of sweet, and I will be honest with you, with how rich and sweet the Hello Dollies are,
You want
we might
something
might need this.
Yeah,
because
I was looking for something that would be like a little soury, and ½ ounce lime juice. We're gonna stir all of that.
And the
Try to
good
keep
news
it in the
is,
glass.
if you've got kids at home,
This
just
without the
omit
rum, yeah,
just omit the rum.
and it would be really good.
Yeah, then you've got a little bit of a fruit punch and grenadine or cherry juice, either one.
And we're gonna top it with just a splash of grenadine. I may splash longer than you.
I like
may-
more than a splash of grenadine, and
You may splash more than I do. So,
they're a pretty color.
and we're gonna
You've
garnish
already
them
Got the cherries ready to go.
with 2 cherries.
Perfect.
There we go.
Or you could do orange slices. I mean,
Yeah.
you can garnish them however you want to, but
Or both. Oh, my cherries dropped all the way to the bottom.
well, you'll find them eventually.
I will find them
Cheers.
eventually. Cheers. So there we go. That is a Planter's Punch, rum punch.
That's pretty tasty.
It's very tasty.
That I will tell you.
One of my favorite. I've been on in the Caribbean a little bit with you, and one of my favorite morning beverages in the Caribbean is a 50-50 mix of pineapple juice and orange
orange
juice.
juice. I remember.
They go so well together, and one softens the sweetness of the other one, and the other one softens the bitterness and
The
tartness.
acidic of the other.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're a perfect morning drink, split 50-50, and it's just great. So
I don't know if y'all can hear the
I
thumping
don't know.
of
I
the
don't think they can hear the thumping.
German
Hopefully they can
Shepherd
hear
tail
us.
in the other room. Hey, Jen.
Hey, Jen, you missed it. Yeah, well, it's what you get for coming in late.
They're really good, so you'll catch another round.
I'll make more. Believe me. I will make more. That's what we got going on now.
All right, so we are going to get 1.5 pounds of ground beef. You could use venison, you could use ground turkey, you could use whatever ground meat you want to use for this.
Don't use ground mushrooms or Impossible Burger, all that other kind of
I mean, if I
crap.
was doing this for myself, I would actually put mushrooms in this.
Well, yeah,
But-
you can do it in addition to the hamburger, but don't do that instead of the hamburger.
But this is most definitely a Metasaurus version. So we're gonna let that get started
yes.
cooking.
Planter's Punch does go down easily.
Yes, it does.
It's delicious, though. So you can make this as a cocktail. You can make this as a punch bowl. It's just 2 parts, 2 parts, 2 parts, half part, and then splash in some grenadine.
So this is a loaf of what our grocery store calls Vienna bread. So
I guess I need to put you over there.
Yeah.
On the
We'll
bread.
just call it Italian bread. If you wanted to make smaller versions of this, you could use hoagies or even hamburger buns. I mean, like literally the pizza burger is on a hamburger bun. We made those all the time growing up and use leftover sloppy joes. But we wanted to go kind of big and bold here tonight. So we have this wonderful squishy loaf of essentially Italian bread, but maybe a little bit
Do we need to smack those?
Yeah, if you want a sous chef,
Well, that's what I was asking.
you can.
All right.
So we're going to cut this in half down the middle.
I'll try to stay out of frame.
And I like this because it's thin, so you don't get great big hunks of thick doughy pizza bread. So we just cut it in half. We'll shake out some of the crumbs that fall. And we're going to put this on the baking sheet while we wait for our hamburger to cook.
The brown. So I've got burger in a pan, pound and a half of burger in a pan that I just kind of chunked up, and it's browning.
We're going to start putting more
You'll notice something else in here. That's for later.
That's for later. All right, so to this, we're going to season it. Now, here's the lovely thing about this. Yeah, however, whatever. They can see me or see it, either way. You can make whatever version of this you want. If you want like taco pizza burgers, make this a taco version with some taco seasoning or some variation thereof. We're going to use an all-purpose salt, pepper, garlic seasoning. To that, we're going to add, I've already got these diced from dinner yesterday, roughly a cup of onion, and that was about half an onion, to be honest with you, half a large onion. The same in green peppers. Again, use what you want to. If you like tomatoes, throw a can of tomatoes in here. I would drain them first. Mushrooms, chop them up, throw them in here. So really make this however you want to.
Add whatever you want to your pizza.
This is also really good for leftovers, by the way. Like if you've got things in the fridge that need to be used up, this is a perfect way to remake some stuff. Pause for a drink commercial. I'm going to turn this up to high and let it get going here. To this, I have a ginormous jar of minced garlic that I bought for another event.
Oh,
so we're going to put quite a bit of garlic in here.
Holy cow. There are going to be no vampires in this house tonight.
Mm-mm. And hey, if you don't like garlic, don't put it in there. If you've got fresh herbs that you need to clip and use or use up on something, throw them in here. I actually have some basil in there. I might. Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll just use this basil. So we are doing a bit of an Italian version here. So I've got some dried basil. We're going to try not to. A couple teaspoons of that in how much we're making here. And I have some ground oregano.
All right, I'm going to have to move away before I sneeze. Woo.
Toss some of that in there. Yeah, between garlic and onions and peppers. Ooh, was right. Oh, I can smell it.
I can too.
If you've got a can of tomatoes and you want to throw that in here, strain them, throw them in here, let them cook. I have the oven preheated to 350 degrees. And I am cooking this right in the grease from the ground beef. So when we add this to the bread, we'll strain it at that point, but I wasn't too worried about it. A can of tomato sauce, if you have one, small can, would be great in this. I don't, and I actually want it to be a little bit thick. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon of tomato paste. And wash my hands real quick.
And that has got some flavor going on in it.
Well, and like I said, this is how you want to do it. If you like sloppy joes, make that version. If you want something a little bit more tomato, add some extra tomato into it. One of us doesn't like tomato. If you've got, a little bit of spaghetti sauce left over or pizza sauce left over, throw that in. So this is as much about using up leftovers as it is
I'm
anything.
surprised you didn't put in some spaghetti sauce or something.
Because I didn't want to open a whole jar and only use it half a cup.
All right, touche.
Hence the tomato paste. Something else that I have, because it's not tomato flavor that you don't like, it's tomatoes.
Right.
Something else I have, or I actually have tomato powder. Ooh, that's not. Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
there.
let me see.
There you go. So that will provide this with a little bit extra acid. Thank you. As opposed to using tomatoes.
I'm pausing for cocktail break.
Okay, you do that. This comes together pretty quick too, but like I said, this is one of those recipes that Grandma's made up to get rid of some things that might have been hanging out in the fridge. This particular tomato powder does not have an anti-kicking agent in it, so
It would be good with sausage too.
It would be Italian sausage,
Yeah,
hot sausage,
yeah.
any kind of sausage.
Any kind of sausage.
He's like, yeah.
Kind of split the burger and sausage ratio.
Venison.
Mm-hmm.
Not a big fan of spices that don't have anti-kicking agents, but I understand why they don't have them. All right. So now, we'll take a teeny tiny bite. Make sure the seasoning is where we want it. Oh, they're coming.
2 ounces. 2 ounces.
Oh, you showing Jen how to.
No, she can't see it, but she can hear it.
Oh, because you're still looking at me.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do have some grease right there. So you've got two options. You can strain that off, get rid of it, or you can use it to kind of moisten the bread as opposed to something like olive oil. I'll leave that entirely up to you. I'm going to add just a little bit more garlic in here.
Oh, yes.
Actually, you know what? I will, since you said that. Add some more garlic in here. And then I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese in there too, to make it a little bit cheesy. And then before we put it in the oven, it's going to have.
No, we haven't started the Dollies yet.
No. We're getting rid of the vampires first. Now, this takes about 10 or so minutes to bake. I figured we'd let it bake while we put the Hello Dollies together. All right. I'm going to add, I've got probably a cup of cheese in here. And I'm going to go ahead and add all of it. But I keep my containers because I actually buy grated cheese in great big bulk packages and just refill the container all the time. So the other cheese lives downstairs. Now, putting this cheese in here, I'm going to soak up quite a bit of this grease. So this might not necessarily be heart healthy if you don't strain the grease off, but everything in moderation.
We're offsetting it by the amount of juice we're drinking tonight.
Yeah, okay. I'll let you think
At
that.
least I'm going to offset it by the amount of juice I drink tonight. How about you? I don't know
Do you
about
want some heat in there? Do you want like hot pepper?
Sure.
Okay. So then I'm gonna add
Yeah, add that. That'd be funny.
just a little bit of
Skips.
hot pepper in there.
Yeah.
All right, and I am going to use a slotted spoon.
so that it doesn't get all that greasy.
So we don't want it to be like, because it's going to soak in pretty well to this bread anyway. So like I said, use up some leftovers. Make this any flavor profile you want. We're just sticking with Italian because that's what we like. Pause.
You want to go over there with everything?
Yeah, let's
All
go
right.
this direction. Move things around.
I'll grab that.
Here, just set it.
Oh, you mean on the...
Oh, yeah. Okay. So we're going to split this. And I'm just going to put it right down the middle for now, and then I'll spread it out after I get it portioned out here a little bit. And go ahead and, use it all. Pile it on here. When you've got a loaf of bread this big,
You can handle it.
they can handle it. Trying to think what other flavor profiles would be good. Besides, I tend to go Italian or Mexican with this kind of stuff. Because that's what we're
It could be like
accustomed to.
the buffalo chicken.
Buffalo chicken would be wonderful.
This one.
Um,
Or just, like a regular white chicken. With
like chili,
uh-huh.
Tex-Mex chili flavors as opposed to
Yep. Or like
taco seasoning. Okay, good.
the white sauce.
Oh, like
Alfredo.
chicken bacon ranch would be good.
Yeah, like an Alfredo.
Mm-hmm. So again, it is about whatever you happen to have on hand that works for you. We're going to spread all of this to the edges here. And it's not so hot you can't use your hands. Just be.
Pesto, yeah.
Oh, that would be wonderful. We had a couple pieces go flying here. The little bit of grease that I did get on here will soak in, and you're going to have really nice, soft bread. Okay,
I just realized I put that down the sink.
well,
Yep.
hot water and some soap behind it won't hurt.
Yep.
So if you accidentally put there probably wasn't enough in there to worry about.
Really, there wasn't much in there.
Leftover grease down the sink by accident.
Yeah. Or just not thinking about it.
Just run some hot water behind it for a couple minutes. It'll help.
Yep.
All right, and then tonight we're using Mott's, but you could use any cheese you want. You can also put these under the broiler for 8 or 10 minutes and do it that way, but because we've got to heat the oven up for Hello Dollies, we're just kind of bake these off. If you have sliced provolone, that would be a really good combination. I'm deliberately trying to use the end of my cheese here, so this is going to be super cheesy. Like I said, we're using some things up. And I'm not claiming this has any major health benefit whatsoever. But, it's treat every now and then. You can also serve this with a big salad. Or, let's see, what have I done lately? Fire and ice salad with cucumbers and tomatoes. Big leafy green salad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever. Offset the...
Or if you're a kid, croutons and cheese.
Right, yeah, definitely croutons and cheese.
Croutons and cheddar cheese.
All right, there we go. We're going to throw these in for 8 or 10 minutes. We'll just keep an eye on them. 350 degrees to bake. Mm-hmm. And everything's cooked, so you're melting and browning the cheese. That's all you're doing.
That would be good with mushrooms if you like mushrooms. If you don't like mushrooms, then no, it would not be good with mushrooms.
Right? All right, now for the fun part.
Some dollies.
We're going to make some noise. So for Hello Dollies, you need a sleeve of graham crackers, a stick of butter,
Melted.
melted, which we're doing right now, to start with.
Oh, let's see. Watch. There it is. It's melted. Okay, back over here.
A food processor,
Uh-oh.
preferably.
Preferably.
That's going to be your base. Now, I'm going to give you the traditional Hello Dolly recipe. Vanilla wafers would work. If you wanted a little bit salty, Ritz crackers would work. I wouldn't do anything.
I wouldn't do club crackers or
Yeah,
saltines.
Ritz has just enough buttery sweetness to it that it would work. Chocolate sandwich cookies, lemon sandwich cookies. You can make these your own, just like the pizza bread. I'm going to show you the traditional, or I guess what we would consider traditional. I have no idea where most of these recipes came from other than Grandma's kitchen. So
It all came from somebody's grandma's kitchen.
usually, yeah, that's how it works. All right, we're going to make some noise after we plug it in. That looks good to me.
Here, I'll use the red thing.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oops.
Would you pick that up, please?
Yep.
All right, we have 1 stick melted butter going in our bowl. When you do that, make sure you have a heat-proof bowl so it doesn't crack. If you had cinnamon,
You know what I forgot to set a timer for?
we'll set it for like 8 minutes. Okay.
Alexa, set a timer for 8 minutes.
8 minutes, starting now.
Put those on top. We're going to need the food processor again. So
The A word knew that we were cooking and it wanted to show us some vegetarian recipes. I just laughed.
All right.
Yeah, see, it's got it. Show me vegetarian recipes. What are my saved recipes?
They don't know you very well.
Yeah.
I don't mind vegetarian recipes, but you, unless it's like spaghetti, you're not touching it.
That's right.
Or Alfredo.
Yeah.
Or a salad, but even that, you got meat with it.
That's right.
All right, so we're going to mix this up really, really well.
There are no impossible burgers in this household.
No, and, to each their own. I'm not going to
I will.
diss on anybody
I will. If you want a burger, eat a goddamn burger.
or don't eat a burger.
Yeah.
No, I
Don't
hear you.
make.
You've just pissed off like 2/3 of the
Who
population.
cares? Don't make something that's not meat into meat.
I'm very agriculturally, locally food focused, and that just doesn't fit into the realm.
Yeah.
Neither do graham crackers, by the way. But
If you want something that looks like meat, get meat.
or don't.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have an 8x8 1970s vintage fire. I've been trying to use my vintage stuff since we're cooking from vintage cookbooks a lot, mostly. We're going to press this. You could use your hands, but I'm tired of washing my hands tonight, so we're going to use the back of the spatula. Just move this to the edge. Press it down real good.
And it's already got the butter in it.
Yes, and you don't need to grease the pan and all that kind of stuff. There's enough butter in this. It's not about to stick. And you don't need a, great big thick base here either.
You just need a solid base.
Yeah. And I chill mine. I definitely let them cool before I cut into them. Last night, however, I took the corner out with a spoon because it was killing me. And then I chill them because it's just a whole lot easier. So hence why we're going to show you how to do them tonight, and then we have some already done.
That's right. And then I'll have some tomorrow night too.
Yes.
And you won't. And the next night.
And the night after that.
And the night after that.
All right.
I'll have enough for about a week.
Whatever this base is, you want to add a cup of some sort of chip. Chocolate chip, butterscotch chip, white chocolate chip, combination thereof chip.
And we have semi-sweet and sweet.
I've got milk chocolate and semi-sweet, and trust me, the semi-sweet are fine. This has got
yeah, I agree.
enough. There's enough sweet here that you don't need all
I'm
that
not
chocolate.
complaining.
Oh no!
Just Bill.
You
Just
did,
missed a
and
couple.
we are not wasting those suckers.
Nuh-uh.
All right. Chocolate chips down.
So why are these called Hello Dollies?
Your guess is as good as mine, dude.
Because, I mean, I'm old enough to think of Dolly as a specific person, and these don't remind me of that person.
Well, see, I think of Hello Dolly as in the musical, and then I think of Dolly Madison as in Dolly Madison and also Dolly Madison sweets.
Yeah. No, that's not the Dolly that I think
I don't
of.
know. Well, get your mind out better. I don't know, and I haven't taken time to look, to be honest with you. All right, so on top of that, a cup of coconut flakes.
Is that Red Bull a cup?
The Red Bull is a cup, yeah.
Oh.
And I'm going to kind of eyeball this one. Now, this is sweetened coconut because it was on carrots for $1. You don't need sweetened
That's
coconut.
the best kind of coconut, though, folks.
Yeah.
You do need it.
If you live in town, Schnucks has this right now in Carbondale for $1 a bag. That's usually $5,
Oh, it's delicious.
which means they're going to be getting rid of it. You
It
also
just
don't.
means they're overstocked.
Well, that too. You don't have to measure any of this. Just layer it
This
on.
is like a child's Red Man. Just a pinch between lip and gum.
Oh, Lord. Okay. It is sticky, so I gotta wash my hands again. All right. Any kind of chopped nut you want. And the chili bean decided on pecans. I have
Right.
some already done.
I can't see that. Thank you.
You want them chopped? You want me to put whole ones on here?
A little bit of both.
Okay, so there's chopped. Chop them if you want, whole if you want. I kind of like them whole too. Well, these are halves, but from the Lindsay family farm locally. So these are local pecans, by the way. Chopped hazelnuts. We did walnuts last night.
Walnuts are delicious.
Okay, those pecans are delicious too.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? The last gives you a bit of protein in all of this sugar. The last ingredient is one.
Your mom says the cookie was popular at the same time Carol Channing. I don't know who that is.
Hello Dolly musical.
Oh.
If
Okay.
I'm not mistaken.
No clue. Oh, Channing was in the musical Hello Dolly.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I thought she was. All right, 1 can, 14 ounce of sweetened condensed milk, not evaporated milk. Sweetened condensed milk.
That's just what we need is more sweetened.
Oh, geez.
Man.
Maybe this is why this is an 8x8 square.
Yeah.
Like literally, I ate one last night and that was it.
I had two.
These will, however, keep in the fridge. And I would say easily the week and probably a little bit longer.
These might be going to work.
Yeah, well, you got 2 batches, so these might be going to work. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Now, you can see I'm kind of pouring to make sure it gets all in the edges and in the little nooks and crannies here. When this bakes, the sweetened condensed milk will sink. It will not sink through your
Graham
graham
crackers.
cracker base, but it will sink through all
It
of
will-
your
It
stuff.
will permeate.
Permeate is a good word. It's $1 million word right now.
It is.
Get a spatula in there, get that stuff out.
It's liquid gold. Don't want to miss out on that.
Yeah, actually, if you leave it on the
We're
shelf long enough, it'll turn into caramel.
We're about 20 seconds away.
Okay. right, so there we go.
Perfect timing.
Those are going in the oven.
You want to look at that?
Mm-hmm.
Alexa, cancel.
Yeah, do you want to leave it?
Yeah, it could be a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Alexa, cancel.
So I'm gonna
Alexa, set a timer for 3 minutes.
go ahead and put these in. Set a second timer for
3 minutes. Starting now.
Oh.
let's do 22.
Alexa, set a timer for 22 minutes.
Check on.
Second time. 22 minutes. Starting now.
So the recipe I have says to bake them for 20 minutes at
There we go.
20 minutes at 350. Did that last night. They were just maybe a hair underdone, so I added a couple minutes. But we'll go ahead and get the pan off from last night. And yes, there's a couple missing out of this pan, but you can see how it works anyway.
All right, let me transfer them over there. You have the little cutter thing over
I am. I gotta get a knife.
Oh,
Yeah, this thing.
yeah, that thing there. That's what
Okay.
I need.
So these have set up really well.
Gotta lift them up a little bit so they can see that the condensed milk does kind of set up. And,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here's what the edge of one looks like. Oh, well.
Oh, you're gonna let me have that?
I'm gonna cut a couple more.
Oh, I almost didn't hear what you didn't understand what you said.
Mm.
Oh, that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm.
You want these to set up
You
because
do.
they're almost like candy after that.
Mhm.
8 by 8, you can get 9 good sized pieces out by cutting everything into thirds.
We get 12
You can, yes, absolutely.
or 16. Mm. That is so good.
And I'm actually going to cut
Mm,
this
mm, mm.
little bit left into 9 pieces because I got to tell you, it doesn't take much of
Mm,
these. Bake them a day ahead so they can set in the fridge overnight. It is okay to leave them out to come back to room temperature a bit, but
Yeah. Mm.
but they are gooey and sticky. And yesterday I ran a knife around the edge too, by the way. So, and if you lose one, get it out of here. There's more for you. So here you go. Here's what the edges look like.
Hold on. There we go.
There you go.
Alexa, cancel. After you.
Thank you. Yeah, I think we're good. It doesn't have to get bubbly and brown.
Oh, gosh.
If you want it to, I'm actually going to move that to the next rack now. If you do want your cheese to get bubbly and brown, go ahead and stick it under the broiler. But I don't particularly care.
There we go. That's what it looks like there. Well, if we had a flambe, we could brown that cheese real fast.
Well, I do.
Let's get it out.
I don't know that it's. Hold on. No, it does. Oh, short people issues. Here, play.
Oh.
All right, there's dessert. Let's take these back in the fridge because. So Chili's torching the cheese on top to get it to brown a little bit. But if you don't have a torch to play with, then you just stick it on the broiler for a couple minutes and be fine. Too funny. Hey Janet, thanks for joining. Yes, Jen, the I'm assuming you're talking about the Hello Dollies, the chewy goodness. Mercy, yes. How you doing over there?
Good, I got one done.
Got one done?
Yeah.
I'm reading comments.
Go for it. Talk to people.
Oh yeah, how it would work with a blend of Ritz and graham crackers is the base for the Hello Dollies. I was very tempted to add a little bit of salt to that mix just to give it, just to balance the incredible rich and sweet that comes out. But so I think that would be a really good combination with all of those. And even if you had like salted caramel chips, that would be really good too. That's the beauty of those cookie bars. You can do them any way you want to. So now I can start to smell it. So pizza burgers, aka pizza bread, as we used a great big loaf of Italian bread. Didn't slather it in pizza sauce like you would normally build your pizza dough that way, but this is definitely an easy, use what you've got, like both of these, or use what you have in the refrigerator to make it happen. And especially if you're getting ready to leave on vacation and you need to use up some things,
Look at that.
That's beautiful. Bunimus, you want me to cut an edge of it off so you can take the bite?
Well, not yet. It needs to cool.
Okay, we're gonna let it cool.
Yeah, it needs to cool.
We've
got time.
So good.
I don't know if they can see the browning of it.
Probably not by my here. I'll lift it up. Real good.
Okay. You pick it up, put it over there.
Let's see if you can see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I browned the cheese a little bit with the torch. So.
And if you're my daughter, you're going to dip this into ranch dressing.
Yeah. or hot sauce, one or the other.
Right, that too.
So, there we go. Now we're back to the big screen.
Is a bigger board.
We need to move this out of the way for the blondies.
Oh, yeah, when they come out.
I'll move this out of the way now.
Okay, so I'm going to maneuver and transfer one of these.
Go over there. All right.
You will want probably a couple of spatulas for this. I've got long ones. If you've got a fish spatula, use it. I've got 2 long ones.
Okay. So there you are.
So you don't, lose it on the way to the cutting board. Because you don't want to cut it on your good baking sheets.
No. All right.
Ta-da!
It needs to go to the right quite a bit. I know you know.
Over here.
There we go.
How's that?
Looks good.
Ta-da! See, you got some little grease soaking in there. So it's going to be good and crispy and a little gooey on the inside.
It'll be perfect.
And if you have leftovers, throw it in your air fryer. It'll be fine. Or in a toaster oven. I wouldn't microwave it to get soggy.
Yeah, to get real soggy.
But toaster oven, air fryer.
Or on a skillet.
Mhm.
If you don't have either one of those things.
Yeah, pizza, by the way, that's how you're supposed to reheat it if you don't have the other things.
Yeah.
There you go.
Look at the
Yummy.
little brownness on the cheese.
Mm-hmm. It is too hot to take a bite, though, other than the edge. But it's delicious. The edge that I grabbed,
Yeah.
that is some good stuff. So, easy breezy.
You need a cocktail or no?
Man, no, I'm good. Thank you.
All right. I need another cocktail.
I'm gonna switch you back so you can see us. You get your ice.
I'm getting there.
Oh.
There we go.
So, Hello Dollies.
Yep.
Ahead of time so they can chill overnight. Makes them easier to cut. Even if if you have to be like a little mouse and take the corner out with a spoon like I did. Easier to cut, easier to eat. They hold up. There you go. Make them however you want to, but it's basically a cookie cracker melted butter base and some sort of chip, chocolate chip, butterscotch, whatever. Well, there's more down there. Coconut,
That one.
sweetened or unsweetened, up to you. Whatever chopped nut you want, and the sweetened condensed milk. And if you really like marshmallows, throw some mini marshmallows on top. I've done that before too with them. So that's simple. They bake at 350 for roughly 20 minutes, kind of judge and see. When they're done, that sweetened condensed milk will have kind of settled in underneath the nuts a little bit, so you'll be able to tell. And then the pizza burgers / pizza bread, again, whatever you've got left in the fridge that needs to be eaten up, it's a great way to use it.
Mm-hmm.
So, easy breezy.
Yep.
And what are those called? Rum runners.
No, these are not. No, planters.
Planters punch.
Planters punch.
Sorry, couldn't remember.
It's close. It's similar. It's a spin-off of a rum runner.
All right.
But
just bigger glass.
A lot more juice, different juices. So they're all pretty related.
Doing good.
We're about 10 minutes left.
Yeah, they're good. So yeah, I would check them at about the 20-minute mark. Let them go a couple more minutes if you think they're not quite done. Let them cool totally before you even try to dig into them, and then let them chill in their fridge, hang out overnight.
That's what I forgot to do. I forgot to stir before I added the grenadine.
So then it's a nice little orange-red color.
It's an orange red.
Fine.
I know.
All right, that's it.
That's
We're
it.
gonna get the kid and eat, and unless you want to, let's see if they're cool enough to take a bite. Yeah, probably the edge.
I'm good with that.
Do you use a serrated bread
Red
knife?
knife. Holy cow, those are huge.
Yeah. Okay, so the very edge. These need to
I
cool
got it.
quite a bit, but. Mm-hmm.
All that extra garlic we threw in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So, get grandma's cookbooks out.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you find one that's from your town at a thrift store or someplace, grab it because you never know what's hiding in one.
That's right.
This is full of stuff that I'll probably make throughout the summer, but things that I totally had forgotten about. It was kind of funny reading through some of the recipes, but there you have it. Easy.
Yeah.
What number are we on? Are you on?
Of those?
Mm-hmm.
More than you.
Clearly, I can't do that much juice to kill me.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll be like climbing the walls.
I love this much juice. This is great for me.
All right. So thanks for watching. We'll finish this conversation later. But thanks for watching, and we will see you. It'll be
At least July.
At least July, and probably after the holiday. So, yeah.
July 10th.
So you'll get a bit of a break from us, but follow the page. I'll be posting some other fun stuff in the next couple of weeks. So.
Oh yeah, while you're traveling.
While I'm traveling with the kids. Researching. I'm already going to be after the wine windows in Florence.
Okay.
Yeah. So look for wine windows. All right.
See you, folks.
We'll see you.